Hello, or hello again. Hello if you're just watching this video for the first time, and hello again if you saw some of my older videos or you're just rewatching this video. Just a quick disclaimer before I get into the video. I'm going to be reading from the Bible, referencing from the Bible, and I know that when I do that, some of you guys are going to automatically click off this video, and all I can say is that I hope moving forward that you will have a more open heart and a more open mind. So with this channel, this is article and scripture. So what I do is I go online, I try to find an interesting article to talk about. I jot down some notes about the article, and then I jump over here to, this is a 1-year study Bible. So with this Bible, you can read it from date to date to date. And as I'm filming this video, this is March 2nd, so I'm just going to read from that section underneath that date. So I'm going to jump right here into the article. This one is from CNN.com. The title of the article is former Twitter employers get severance offer after months of waiting. Many are unhappy with it. And as I talk a little bit more about this article, you're going to learn why they're unhappy with it, with the severance offer. Just a quick note, this article is a little bit old. This was published back in January 9th of this year, 2023. When I was originally looking for an article to talk about on this video, I did read a more recent article. It was, I don't remember, I just kind of quickly glanced through it. It was about Elon Musk, and towards the beginning of the article it did mention that Elon Musk, when he first started Twitter, it was saying that at first it said that half of all the employees that were there when he first started, they're basically gone. And then a little bit after that, it talked about how when he first started with Twitter, he gave the employees an ultimatum: either they can accept to be laid off with a severance pay or be prepared to work their tails off. So like I said, this is just a little old, but still relevant. Article goes on to say, after months of uncertainty and feeling left in the dark, many former Twitter employees impacted by a mass layoff in early November began receiving their severance offers over the weekend. But some are frustrated by the offer and the conditions attached to it. And I'm going to explain why they were frustrated with the offer and the conditions that were attached to it. Goes on to say the severance offer promises 1 month's pay in exchange for agreeing to various terms, including a non-disparagement agreement and waiving the right to take any legal action against the company. What kind of load of crap is that? After I read, this was only like the second paragraph. The article was so upsetting to me, I didn't even really go further into the article. I did read a little bit after this paragraph, and it did talk about how when Elon first took over Twitter, he said that he was going to offer 3 months severance pay, but then it turned out to be like only a month's pay of severance. And I just think it's just greed. It's just pure human greed. There's no other way to describe the whole situation. It's, with these Twitter jobs, I mean, these are not just around the corner, hamburger flipping burger type jobs. I mean, a lot of these jobs, I assume and presume that they required college education, they required experience, A lot of sacrifices, I'm sure, were made on behalf of these employees to get these jobs. And then to have Elon take over and offer them this garbage offer, um, to have them either accept, like I said, the 1 month severance pay, or I'm sorry, to accept the 1 month severance pay, but then attached to that, they will not be able to sue, take legal action against the company. It's very, the whole thing just seems very fishy, very conniving. Again, it's greed. I can't think of any other way to summarize what this offer is. It's a shame. And I know for myself, right now I currently work at Amazon, and I used to work at a different Amazon. Where I work now, it's like a sortation where we receive like the packages from the fulfillment center. So all the stuff's been taken off the shelf. It's been boxed, so it just comes to our facility, and then we just kind of organize it to get it better prepared to be specifically shipped out. But I used to work at a fulfillment center where I was literally taking the items off the shelf, and then from there somebody would put it in a box. But anyways, I was there for about maybe 2 years, and they did have this thing where if you chose like for me as an example, I was there for 2 years. If I would have chosen this offer, I could have chose to quit with the agreement that I could never ever work for Amazon or its affiliates ever again, and all they would give me would be $2,000. And I was talking to the HR person at the time, and I asked her, would there be taxes taken out of that $2,000 that they would be willing to offer me? And she couldn't give me an answer. And to me, it seemed a little fishy, and it just I didn't like that they were not upfront about that information, because it could be what, $200-300, and then I'm just walking away with $1,700. I'm walking away with less than what I thought that they were originally offering. And if I would have accepted, it would have just been a drop in the hat for the company. And then down the road I might be thinking, well, why did I ever accept that BS offer? So a lot of greed, a lot of corruption in this world, and it's unfortunate that that's the sad reality of the world we live in. So that was the article. I'm going to jump right here. This one is here. This is Mark 10, and this is 46 through 52. And it goes on right here. It says, "Then they reached Jericho, and as Jesus and his disciples left town, a large crowd followed him. A blind beggar named Bartimaeus was sitting beside the road. When Bartimaeus heard that Jesus of Nazareth was nearby, he began to shout, 'Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me.' 'Be quiet,' many of the people yelled at him. But he only shouted louder, 'Son of David, have mercy on me.' When Jesus heard him, he stopped and said, 'Tell him to come here.' So they called the blind man. 'Cheer up,' they said. 'Come on, he's calling you.' Bartimaeus threw aside his coat, jumped up, and came to Jesus. 'What do you want me to do for you?' Jesus asked. 'My rabbi,' the blind man said, 'I want to see.' And Jesus said to him, 'Go, for your faith has healed you.' Instantly the man could see, and he followed Jesus down the road. So, what can I take away from these two sources of information? We need to bank on this. We need to bank on our Creator. When we try to bank on our employer, when we try to bank on our supervisor, when we try to bank on our superiors or bosses, whatever, we could be in for a serious letdown. And I know it's easy to want to bank on your employer. It's easy to want to bank on your supervisor because that seems more tangible than this. Um, but if your employer, if your supervisor is being, excuse me, if he's being swayed by the enemy, then greed could take control over that company or that individual that you work for, and then you could be left, in the ashes and in the dust. And we know that our Creator, he wouldn't do that to us. He's honest, he's true, he's trustworthy, and he truly has the best for us, best interest for us. And he's not a greedy, he's not a manipulative individual. What he has, he shares, and just pure. He is the embodiment of love. I read that in a book. I'm trying to think. I can't think of the title right now, but it was a Christian book, and it said that Jesus doesn't have love. He is love. So, I think that the name of the book is A Purpose-Driven Life. Yeah, that's the book. So, yes, that's what Jesus is. He's about giving and sharing and helping and hoping and uplifting. So that's why it's so imperative to be close to this, to be close in our prayers to our Creator, because that's something we can bank on. So that was the video. If you guys enjoy this content, I would appreciate it if you guys follow me, support me. I'm not looking to grow this into a big, huge channel, but I would like some semblance of an audience, and not just through myself, not just through you guys, but together we can try to get these messages out there and hopefully help more people. So again, this was article and scripture, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.